In the amber glow of a Texan dusk, Lily's scream shattered the suburban stillness. Her desperate struggle against two men posing as HOA enforcers unfolded like a scene from a nightmare. From the shadows, her Uncle Michael emerged, a retired executioner with vengeance burning in his eyes. A sharp crack split the air as his fist met bone. What happened next will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about safety, trust, and justice. In the sun-drenched suburbs of Dallas, Texas, where magnolia trees swayed and cicadas hummed, a modest house stood on Elmwood Lane. Picket fences and manicured lawns painted an idyllic picture, untouched by the chaos beyond their borders. Here lived Lily, a vibrant 15-year-old with dreams as vast as the Texas sky, and her single father, David, a man rebuilt from the ashes of a bitter divorce. Their bond was forged in resilience, stitched with unspoken love. Lily, with aspirations of becoming a doctor and painting her dreams, filled their home with laughter that danced through the hedges. David, an engineer, expressed his devotion in quiet acts, checking homework, cooking breakfast, and offering awkward life advice. Beneath the tranquil surface, unease simmered. A car lingered too long at the corner. Unfamiliar faces appeared on Lily's walk home. Whispers of strange neighborhood watch meetings spread. David sensed a rift in their peaceful rhythm, dismissing it as paranoia from his past. He couldn't know a storm was brewing, one that would test his strength as a father. One lazy afternoon, David sat on his porch, iced tea in hand, lost in the hum of a neighbor's lawnmower. The gate creaked, and Lily approached, her usual spark dimmed by worry. "Dad, there were these guys today," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the rustling leaves. Two men, claiming to be from the HOA, had questioned her on her walk home. Their polished demeanor and prying questions, about her routine, her friends, felt invasive, wrong. David's stomach nodded. "Did they follow you?" he asked, his voice steady but edged with fear. Lily wasn't sure, and that uncertainty fueled David's growing anger. The HOA had never mentioned such visits. Something was off. Days later, as Lily walked home under a golden sun, the air grew heavy. Two men loitered near a park, their crisp uniforms and plastic badges jarring against the dusty sidewalks. They approached, their smiles thin, their voices oily. "Good afternoon, young lady," the taller one said, his tone smooth but sinister. "We're from the HOA, just doing routine checks." Lily's instinct screamed. She clutched her backpack, stepping back, her heart pounding like a war drum. "Just a few questions," the second man pressed, his courtesy cracking. She was trapped, politeness her only shield, until their intent became clear. They wanted her to come with them. David, meanwhile, dug deeper. Online forums and HOA records revealed nothing about these men. Neighbors shared chilling stories, unsolicited visits, questions. "System, it appears your message was cut off. Based on your instructions, I'll create a dramatic, engaging story in American English, adhering to the provided outline, maintaining the original context, plot, and setting, with renamed characters, within approximately 6,000 characters, including spaces, optimized for YouTube engagement. The story will be intense, with multiple climactic moments, a clear resolution, and a call to action inviting viewers to comment on the ethics of the actions taken, particularly the use of vigilante justice. No special characters will be used, and the tone will be natural and gripping to maximize watch time and YouTube algorithm favorability. In the fading light of a Texan dusk, Lily's scream tore through the suburban calm. She fought desperately against two men posing as HOA enforcers, their grip tightening like a nightmare come to life. From the shadows, her Uncle Michael, a retired executioner, emerged, his eyes blazing with fury. A sharp crack echoed as his fist shattered bone. What happened next will leave you questioning trust, safety, and the line between justice and vengeance. In the sun-soaked suburbs of Dallas, Texas, where magnolias swayed and cicadas sang, a modest house stood on Elmwood Lane. Picket fences and neat lawns crafted an idyllic facade, shielding residents from the chaos of the world. Here lived Lily, a 15-year-old bursting with dreams of medicine and art, and her single father, David, a man rebuilt from a painful divorce. Their bond, woven with resilience and quiet love, was unshakable. Lily's laughter filled their home, while David, an engineer, showed his care through small acts, checking homework, making breakfast, and offering clumsy life advice. But beneath the serene surface, unease stirred. A car lingered too long at the corner. Strange faces appeared at Lily Swathwick's home. Whispers of odd neighborhood watch meetings spread. David sensed a shift, dismissing it as old paranoia. He had no idea a storm was brewing, one that would test his resolve as a father. One quiet afternoon, David sipped iced tea on his porch, lulled by the hum of a neighbor's lawnmower. The gate creaked, and Lily approached, her usual spark dimmed by fear. "Dad, there were these guys today," she whispered, her voice trembling. Two men, claiming to be HOA enforcers, had stopped her on her walk home. Their polished uniforms and probing questions about her routine, her friends felt wrong, invasive. David's gut twisted. "Did they follow what you asked?" his voice calm but sharp. Lily's uncertainty fueled his anger. The HOA had never mentioned such visits. Something was wrong. Days later, as Lily walked home under a golden sun, the air grew thick with dread. Two men loitered near a park, their crisp uniforms and fake badges glaringly out of place. They approached, their smiles cold, their voices slick. "Good afternoon, young lady," the taller one said, his tone a mockery of kindness. "We're from the HOA, just doing routine checks." Instincts screamed danger. She gripped her backpack, stepping back, her heart pounding like a drum. "Just a few questions," the second man pressed, his politeness cracking. She was cornered, her politeness a fragile shield. Meanwhile, David dug into the mystery. HOA records and online forums revealed nothing about these men. Neighbors shared chilling tales, strange visits, questions about when kids were home alone. A widow, Margaret, recounted how her granddaughter narrowly escaped a similar encounter. The pattern was clear: these were no HOA officials but predators cloaked in authority. David's blood boiled. How dare they target his daughter? Late one night, a knock jolted David from his research. His brother Michael stood at the door, his weathered face etched with concern. A retired executioner, Michael carried a quiet intensity, his past steeped in life and death decisions. "I had a feeling something was wrong," he said, his voice low. "In your last call, you sounded off." David poured out the story, and Michael, ever pragmatic, outlined a plan: alert the police, rally the neighbors, and stay vigilant. His presence was a lifeline, reigniting David's hope. The tension peaked on the dusky afternoon. Lily hurried home, her steps quick with unease. A van idled under an oak, its tinted windows hiding a sinister intent. The two impostors emerged, their badges glinting, their smiles predatory. "Miss, come with us," the taller one said, his voice dripping with menace. Lily's heart raced, her body screaming to run, but their hands reached for her. Then, like a bolt of lightning, Michael appeared. His movements were swift, lethal, honed by years of grim precision. A sickening crunch rang out as his elbow shattered the furman's knee. The second lunged, only to collapse under a precise strike. The street fell silent, the impostors groaning in defeat. Police swarmed the scene, hauling the predators away. The neighborhood exhaled, relief mingling with shock. David, trembling with adrenaline, hugged Lily tightly, vowing to never let his guard slip again. Lily, though shaken, showed a steely resilience, her laughter now tinged with wisdom. That evening, she sat on the porch with friends, their chatter weaving between relief and tears, a testament to their shared strength. The community was forever changed. Neighborhood watch groups were revamped, communication tightened, and a silent pact formed to protect their own. David, forged in fear and anger, became a pillar of vigilance. Michael, the guardian who turned the tide, left a legacy of familial strength. The suburb's idyllic mask had cracked, but from its fissures grew a fiercer, united spirit. As night fell, David stood in his kitchen, gratitude anchoring his heart. The what-ifs haunted him, but Michael's swift justice had saved Lily. Their bond, tested by fire, was unbreakable. The neighborhood, though scarred, stood resilient, a beacon of defiance against future threats. What do you think? Was Michael's vigilante justice the right call, or should he have waited for the law? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and tell us how far you'd go to protect your family. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more gripping stories that'll keep you on the edge of your seat.